Guys, this is the funniest headline ever. Gina Carano confirms she's still willing to work with Star Wars despite $75,000 lawsuit. I believe she was having Elon fund that, by the way. Guess that didn't work out considering Elon is losing money non-stop when it comes to Twitter. It is yet to come even close to breaking even or making a profit. It's actually losing him more and more and more and more money, catastrophically so. It's really bad for him. He lost his position as the richest man in the world because of it, I believe. But speaking at a Fan Expo Philadelphia panel, Gina Carano has assured attendees that she has no ill will towards Disney. She called them like pedophiles and groomers, if I remember correctly. Has no ill will towards Disney and would be willing to work for Star Wars again. Mind you, before she was suing Disney to try to force them to rehire her, now she's asking nicely because she's run out of all other options, I suppose. Played by Gina Carano, the character of Cara Dune promised to be an important one for the future an important one for... Can I not read? What the fuck? I'm zooming in. It's hard to follow these lines when it's white on black text, to be fair. That was until Disney chose not to renew Carano's contract after a series of controversial social media posts. Carano has filed a lawsuit against Disney, funded by Elon Musk. Yep, I was correct about that. Yeah, it was bankrolled by Elon. According to Carano, there is no malice in her heart towards Disney. Speaking at a Fan Expo Philadelphia panel, she discussed whether she'd be willing to work for Star Wars again, and she insists that she has no ill will towards her former employers and would be happy to return. In fact, Carano claims she only started to speak out because she wanted people to know what was going on. So at no point, it turns out, was she upset at Disney or mad at them? She never wanted to take them down. Turns out this whole time, she's just wanted to speak out. And she has no ill will towards Disney at all for firing her or any of this, the lawsuit. Nothing. She talks like she chose to leave in the first place. Yeah. Is she likely to return to Star Wars, though? To be fair, it's clear Carano wants to get back to Star Wars. Her lawsuit doesn't just seek at least $75,000 in punitive damages, she's also hoping for a court order that would force Lucasfilm to rehire her. While her comments at Fan Expo Philadelphia seem like something of an olive branch to Disney, this doesn't really feel likely. Disney has invoked First Amendment rights, claiming that the studio is entitled to protect its own creative speech from association with Carano's views. This doesn't sound like an agreement on the cards. Looking beyond that, it's unclear where Gina Carano's character would even fit into the ongoing Star Wars story. The character would have starred in a now cancelled Rangers of the New Republic spinoff, and the story appears to have been repurposed into The Mandalorian Season 3. This ended with Din Djarin, spoilers I guess, essentially transformed as a Ranger type figure, warring to support the New Republic and hunt Imperials. Cara Dune's story would seem to be over, and she wouldn't be a good fit anymore. It will be fascinating to see how Carano's lawsuit plays out. She is the first one to take advantage of Elon Musk's funding to sue an employer, claiming she has been penalized for exercising her legitimate freedom of speech rights. This is uncharted territory for Hollywood, meaning the outcome of this lawsuit will set a precedent for employers all across the United States. She may be unlikely to return to Star Wars, but she'll continue to have an influence and an impact. God, that sounded like it was written by AI to some extent, but Jesus. Dude. Gina Carano shit-talking Disney and now begging them to bring her back will never not be funny. That's actually hilarious. Hold on, is there a video version of this? Tell me there's like a video version of this. What? Yeah. What? Let's see. She apparently just did an interview, an exclusive interview with Nerdrotic. I'm not even joking. Wait, she's so washed. She's hanging out with these fucking losers? Wait, she's actually washed. Dude. How do you go from being as famous as she was at one point to being the lady with the shitty camera in this group? We've got the chud alcoholic guy who makes drinking his entire personality because there's nothing else unique about his content. The pick-me girl, the pronouns guy, the Shadiversity, the other Geeks and Gamers guy, Geeks and Gamers, Nerdrotic, and 1/4 Black Garrett, because there has to always be a little racism on screen, otherwise you don't know what you're watching. How dare they have the map of Middle-earth in the background, by the way. They are tarnishing that beautiful... I need a big-ass tapestry of the entirety of Middle-earth to hang up on my wall. I've got my Super-Earth flag, I need to get my NCR flag, and then I need my Middle-earth tapestry map. And I'll be happy. I'll be able to die happy, looking at them in my deathbed.
Like naked on screen if we don't make it to 20. So
yeah.
Right now, save us.
I'm already wearing no pants. Okay?
Like, isn't it weird how these people that used to just be seen as the drunk losers that would complain about shit no one cares about and minorities, how because of the internet, these sort of failures of people can kind of come together and make a community where they can laugh and have fun together and feel like they have the popular opinion. Oh, 1/4 Black Garrett is part of Crowder's crew. You're right. I forgot about that. Yeah, I've heard Crowder mention him.
Okay, I ain't got no pants on.
Wait. Honestly, who has no pants on?
That's gonna help viewership, Gina.
Wait, do you know why the Quartering's not here? Don't you think it's weird that their usual guest on this show, the Quartering, isn't here? Do you guys know why the Quartering's not here in the Gina Carano interview? Yep, Reddit always comes in clutch. I think this clip might have something to do with why the Quartering may not have been allowed onto that program there. I'm covering him up right now, which I absolutely don't want to do. Very relevant clip. That's Gina Carano right there. The Quartering is, he's telling his fantasy right now. This is him going over an interview he did with her, apparently.
Gina and I could do an excellent on-screen romance where, like, I'm the best friend. I'm like her best friend, but I pine after her. And then she just keeps banging all these other dudes. And then I'm, like, all sad. And then she, like, realizes that I was me all along. And that she comes to, and then she comes to realize it, and then we live happily ever after. Like, I think we could do that. I mean, that's what I think. I just mean, like, I think it's there. She could just keep hooking up with fit dudes, MMA dudes, and then, like, they don't make her laugh, They don't get her. And then there's me. I'm just like, oh, hey, Gina. Oh, you look tired. Did you bang another dude tonight? Oh, sweet. And then, like, my heart's breaking,
So yeah, he's got a little bit of a cuck fantasy about Gina Carano. So it doesn't surprise me that he may not have been allowed onto this podcast here. Let's see, does this get interesting at all?
Being wedding that stayed together by the time they got to Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's true. Okay, it's funny because.
So you know how, like, everybody talks about Mahler's, like, podcast coverage and stuff like that being like 12 hours or whatever, and these people making like 12-hour podcasts where it seems like they're just complaining about minorities? The fact is they're actually not. A lot of it is just them being drunk and giggling and laughing and stun locking. A lot of it is just them stun locking. So they're really buffing out a lot of the time with just nothing of substance to actually respond to, because they're not even talking about politics. They're just like chatting to pad out time.
Because it's true.
That is true.
You the one with Sydney Sweeney? Is that the one?
Yeah, very mid comedy, but it made a lot of money.
Was it good though?
It was mid. It was mid.
I mean, for guys, it has tits, and so they think it's great.
Yeah.
True. That is true.
She leans into it as well.
She does. She leans into it, and she seems. I don't know anything about her.
Dude, how do you? Oh my god, you know what I really hate? There are women where can we get like a screen where it's just them? Yeah, here we go. The fact that like normally you would expect this just to be a group of these like grody dudes getting together to talk about women, and like essentially joking and like making weird snide comments about women and sexual comments, all that stuff. And you'd think there'd be like no woman would be capable of just like sitting through that and finding that entertaining or funny, right? And yet you got the pick-me's here, Gina Carano, who's desperate for money, and whoever X-Ray Girl is. And it's like, damn. Unfortunately, guys like this will always have some small population of, as they'd say, females to validate their opinions, because they see women as like a different species. And these pick-me girls that just kind of buy into the shit they say and go, yeah, it's totally true. Women suck. Yeah, fuck them. They see them as like traitors to women that are like outing the secrets of women that they won't say out loud. And when they know women like this that'll like laugh along and enable this type of behavior, they see it as evidence that there is a broad social agreement among women to claim a certain set of things, to claim to believe a certain set of things, and that some women are willing to take the quote-unquote societal punishment, like Gina Carano, to speak out, quote-unquote, and reveal that you know they aren't on board with this woke stuff. Really cringe stuff. Does this get interesting? Let's see.
This is it. And I was like, that should be in the garbage. I want to light that thing on fire. I was like, you would like, I would come back from the dead if you put me in like that. I mean, it was just so awful. And I'm like, it's almost that degrading. Like you would have to put on something just to get into this like fashion group, and you hate it. And it's just like, I don't know what it is. It's just so, it's clicky, and I've never been good at it, I guess.
It's probably one of the men in Hollywood is wearing that now, Gina.
Yeah. Gina, I don't want you to name names, okay? But I'm just curious how many people from the industry have reached out to you in private and said they support you, and has that kind of been overwhelming to you, or has it been surprising to you from that perspective? Because
I'm going to guess, because they have to play into the narrative that they are the silent majority, they're going to try to do some like Fallout show, like the communists are taking over Hollywood type narrative, where it's like, nah, we are the silent majority. Pretty much everybody agrees with me, but they're so scared to speak out. Bet she says that.
even us, we're nobodies, and we have like random people reaching out to us because we're retarded. But you're obviously super respectable, so I'm sure respectable people are reaching out to you. So how has that been for you?
Don't say awe to him, Gina. He is retarded. Okay.
I actually do believe that. I've never had like a famous actor or anything reach out to me at all. Unfortunately, the left online is like honestly in the worst state it's been in since Gamergate, I'd say. Pretty much across the board. If you like use Hassan, the largest lefty figure, as a metric, for example, even he's falling off and dropping in numbers. Not even like growing slowly or not growing at all, losing subs and losing growth over time. And I don't like Hassan, but that's still like a good representation. There is a fair amount of like famous people on the right that are willing to like collab with these fucking nobody weirdo nerds. And it's one of the things I'm worried about as far as like internet culture war bullshit, because as stupid as it is objectively impactful on real world politics. It can impact entire elections.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
100%.
He's wearing
like, oh,
sunglasses
he's
inside.
retarded.
I mean, look at him.
You clearly don't watch my show.
think I
Book
do.
yourself as.
Why would I do that?
Yeah, there's nothing of substance here. I'm really glad to see that Gina Carano's gotten so desperate that now she has to like go onto these shows and like play up to their audiences while simultaneously saying she has no ill will against Disney. Please hire me. Please hire me. I'll drop the lawsuit if you hire me. God, she's so desperate. I want to hear what you guys think of all of this. Do you think Disney's going to rehire her? Do you think she's going to find any decent place in the community of acting and making movies and shows, or is she just going to be completely fallen off forever now? I'm really curious to hear what you guys think. Comment down below. It also helps the channel a lot when you comment, because all engagement is a big boost, so I do appreciate it. And of course, if you want to support the channel, dropping a like or a thumbs up really does go a long way. No matter what, when, or where you're watching, every thumbs up like cattle prods the YouTube algorithm into pushing my stuff out to more people. So I really, really appreciate it. And of course, if you haven't already, consider subscribing and ringing the bell icon to turn on all notifications so YouTube tells you when I go live or upload a new video. And if you haven't already, and you want to see more from me on my other social medias, follow them down below in the description. They're all linked there. And if you want to support me financially, directly, you can do so by donating, subscribing, or gifting a sub on my website, xanderhall.com/live, or supporting me through YouTube, Twitch, Streamlabs, Stream Elements, or Patreon, or buying merch through the Streamlabs link down below. We have some pretty cool merch. It's pretty funny as well, so go check it out, even if you're not going to buy some. It's worth seeing it, at least. And of course, if you want to join my free Discord, it is completely free. It is my fan Discord. It's the main hub of my fan base. We do watch parties, game events, call-in streams. I make all my announcements for uploads and streams there. You won't miss any of those announcements if notifications are turned on for it. So definitely join. I hope to see you there later today, actually, because we're going to be doing a watch party of From Season 2, episodes 4 through 6 tonight. Maybe a couple more episodes if we have a lot of people there at the end of episode 6. So that's kind of determined on how many people show up. So show up if you want to be in for a long one. Yeah, we'll see. I'm excited to see you guys there, and I hope you enjoyed.